It's nice to be able to have a friendly conversation with your neighbors. But in Cassadaga, Florida, you don't have to be friends with your neighbors to have a conversation, because everyone living in this town is able to talk to the dead. The Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp began when the Southern Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp Meeting Association was founded by George P. Colby. Colby was from Pike, New York, and he fancied himself a trance medium. He traveled to numerous states, he gave readings and seances, and he was referred to as the seer of spiritualism. He attended a summer spiritualist camp in Lilydale, New York, the town adjacent to Cassadaga, New York. Lilydale is also well known for the numerous psychics dwelling within it. According to Colby, an Indian named Seneca manifested to him during a seance while he was in Iowa. This Indian told Colby that he needed to travel south to Florida. He would eventually arrive at Blue Springs Landing near Orange City. According to Colby, the area that the Indian had led him to was the same area that Colby had seen during a seance. Colby had arrived to Florida in 1875, and on the 18th of December, 1894, a charter was granted to him from the Southern Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp Meeting Association. Later, in 1895, Colby had signed a warranty deed to the association for 35 acres. People came from all over to the spiritualist camp. Eventually, it would grow to 57 acres. Today, the camp features a Cassadaga hotel, the Colby Memorial Temple, a community library, the Caesar Foreman Healing Center, and of course, a bookstore. There's also an Andrew Jackson Davis educational building, mostly used for musical performances and occasional gatherings. There is also a Colby Alderman Park. The principles of spirituality that are taught by the people at Cassadaga state, spiritualism has no dogma or creed, just a simple set of 9 principles to help guide our lives. It is a science, philosophy, and religion based upon the principle of continuous life. Much later, in 1991, the Southern Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp was declared a U.S. Historic District. The Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp is a federal tax-exempt church currently governed by a board of trustees. Today, it is known as the psychic capital of the world. At first glance, this tiny community doesn't seem that out of the ordinary. In Central Florida, it's surrounded by lakes and forests and not terribly far from Disney. But there's something pretty strange about it. Of the village's roughly 100 inhabitants, over half are practicing psychic mediums. Spiritualists here believe that anyone can utilize the sixth sense to reach their own enlightenment. Visitors come from all over to be read and healed. And people don't just visit to be healed. Many people visit to learn. Roughly 15,000 visitors come every year to Cassadaga for readings, lectures, and interaction from community leaders. And of course, people do like to come for a little ghost story. Many visitors stay in the nearby Cassadaga Hotel, which is rumored, not surprisingly, to be haunted. It is said the ghost of an Irish tenor named Arthur stays in the hotel still. He turns lights on and off, and occasionally leaves behind the scent of cigars and gin.